Mic'd up with Mikey Mahtook. Got the boys in. I got Lloyd. We got J Mitch. We got Jackie Boy.
He tried to jump up and he might have knocked it in.
Good timing. Let's go. What a start to the Monday. I mean, I'm from Lafayette. My boys will come in and say,
oh, God. So me and Joe on the ground, I got Joe in the headlock. And he's sitting there, he's punching me in the stomach, like, punching me.
Here, is everyone sitting around, who here thinks Chico can practice today after having 5 full beers? And he goes, Chad Jones, right? Chad goes, 6 minutes. For 7 minutes, right? Chad's like, no, man, I don't think Chico can practice today. And I was like, I look back, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I saw you there. You're more fucked up than me.
On the spirit plane had some issues, I think. She was sleep farting.
You heard her or you just thought it was her?
I sat right next to her. I smelled it.
Whoa. What was that?
Time for the show.
Now, when you do go to spring training, are you gonna bring your chinchilla and your turtle? My dad tell you about it.
The SEC is, God, they hate fat people. I mean, I get crushed for that. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man.
Hey, just the South, bro. You got a bunch of food down here. Like they should.
Look at Lloyd.
You know what, Lloyd?
You're looking for a recruiting coordinator, coach. I'm here.
He's like, I'll piss my pants right now.
No way.
We're wearing gray pants, long gray pants. He goes, I'll piss my pants right now.
Hello. Welcome back to Mic'd Up. Today is Friday, December 13th.
Oh.
Yeah, Friday the 13th. It's going to be a beautiful Friday the 13th. Going to be a great Friday the 13th.
They always are.
Maybe Friday the 13th right now in New Jersey is not great, maybe. Maybe that's...
Spooky season.
Yes, spooky season. You got a lot of unidentified flying objects.
They changed the... they changed that.
Well, it was UFOs, huh?
No. Something else now. That got canceled.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's not flying. It's like airborne UAOs.
UAOs. Okay, well, we
Is
have
that really a thing? Is
Mm-hmm.
that's a thing?
We have a lot of those out there in New Jersey. Some say they're drones. Some say they're UAOs. Regardless of what they are,
They're unidentified.
nobody knows nobody knows where they're coming from. And
Should we be concerned?
supposedly nobody's saying anything. Everybody else is nervous, but there's been no conversation about, hey, we're gonna come out there and let's let's do some research on what's
Let's calm the public a little bit.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
tell them what's going
investigate
on
this.
here.
That's the real transfer portal.
Yeah, that one's the Gmail would transfer to a whole different.
That's what I'm trying to go to a
universe.
different dimension.
Yeah, you're ready for it.
I am.
If
I'm
they came
waiting on the
down
call.
For you would go.
I would go.
I would not, but you would go.
I would.
Now, obviously, if I had a choice, I would stay. You watch some movies, you may not have a choice. You're gonna take you, regardless. Listen, maybe there's China. China has a drone that looks like a bird. Come down to Louisiana though during duck season. Ducks are not great down here right now, so you start seeing the flying. If it flies, it dies, baby.
That's right.
Just if you need some help shooting those things down from the sky, us Louisianans love shooting birds.
Put it in a gravy, it all tastes the
Let's see
same.
what happens now.
None of these fuckers are banded.
We're not all great shots.
No.
Saw
Saw that.
I'll shoot a bunch of them. I'll shoot at them and maybe hit a couple. But a lot of things happening. We're here to talk sports, not UAOs or China having drones as birds. A lot of sports things happening. LSU, we talked about the portal a little bit on Wednesday. We had some Ask Mikey and Mitch questions that we did not get to. We're going to get to them today. I apologize for that. But LSU lands their first domino, or the first domino falls in the transfer portal for LSU. A lot of people, for some reason, aren't really excited about this. It is a needed position. And Bauer Sharp, tight end from Oklahoma, started his career as a quarterback at Southeastern. Athletic, big guy, has had some success as a tight end. Now he is committed, or I guess signed with LSU to be one of the tight end guys they are going to get in the transfer portal. I imagine they're going to get one more coming in. They have a lot of guys on campus, or they had a lot of guys on campus yesterday. I would imagine you're going to start seeing a few more things fall through the course of the next few days. It'll be an ongoing process, but that's the first domino fall, which is always a good thing. Staying on LSU football, they're getting ready for the bowl game. Emory Jones announces for the NFL draft. That means both tackles came in together. Both tackles are leaving together. Both tackles are going to have an opportunity to make a lot of money in the NFL and play there for a really long time. That leaves LSU with a offensive line that's going to be very young for the bowl game, right? You have those two guys. Miles Frazier is coming back. He is going to play. Maybe slide him over the right tackle. Tyree Adams maybe at left tackle, and then figure it out from there. You have a bunch of young guys. It'll be a nice opportunity for LSU to see who they've got and the young guys and what they can do right now. And obviously, I'd imagine they're going to add some more in the portal. There's a top center, I think, in the transfer portal from what school, Lloyd?
That would be Virginia Tech.
From Virginia Tech in the portal, hopefully coming to LSU. I think LSU, according to the On3 guys, is the leader in the clubhouse so far. We shall see what happens. Yes.
Braelin Moore.
Braelin Moore, right? So
60% confidence.
Yeah, so coin flip for the most part.
A little bit better.
A little bit better than a coin flip. We'll see what happens, but obviously that is a position of need. The whole offensive line seems like they're going to obviously need to. They have some good recruits, but they're going to have to bring some veteran guys in.
Redshirt sophomore.
2 years of eligibility. Rich Rodriguez, watching his press conference right now. He is the new head coach at West Virginia again. This is his second stint there. A lot of energy behind him. I think a lot of that's because of Pat McAfee. He is obviously played for Rich Rodriguez at West Virginia the first time through, bringing him back. A lot of money is getting flown into the West Virginia organization.
Coffer.
Yeah, obviously a lot of it is coming from Pat. I think more of it is coming from the owner of the Arizona Diamondbacks, who is a billionaire who is a West Virginian. So
we need more billionaires.
We have them. We just need them to start ponying up. Speaking of money and ponying up for the money,
SMU.
Well, that would have been a perfect transition. SMU probably is ponying up the money. Pony up, baby. If it just ties in perfectly with their slogan.
So it sounds like a great little marketing opportunity for
no
them
doubt.
right there.
Ties in perfectly for their slogan.
That one's free, I guess.
Our head coach, Brian Kelly, love him, hate him, or not, he has donated $1 million to TAF to help with whatever they.
You
would
heard
love
it here
to,
first.
Wherever they would like to allocate that $1 million to, he's giving it to TAF. He's putting his money where his mouth is, per his words in his press conference. That's always a good thing. People can say what they want because he's not if he's not liked by a lot of people, you can criticize him all you want. But this is one of those things where, hey, here's the money. I'm giving the money. This is something that we need to do. Can't be a bad thing in my mind. It's a good thing. He's not the ringleader, but he's the leader of the team, and it's nice for him to throw out there, hey, follow suit from there. It seems like there's a nice push right now with NIL for LSU. We'll see what happens and
You
how
don't
much,
have
how
to
much
thank
they can.
me.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're
Oh,
welcome.
well, you're welcome.
Everybody, you're welcome. Lloyd says you're welcome. Appreciate that.
He must have heard the show. Big listener. I hope
Yeah.
not. Good God.
Big listener.
That would be bad for me.
Big listener. Speaking of Pony Up, LSU is playing against SMU this weekend. There you go.
They could have gotten the basketball.
Basketball. I was going to, but I was in the middle of I had to get I had two segues there. I could fork in the road.
That's right.
You had to pick a direction.
Take the middle.
I took the coaching direction. SMU is playing LSU basketball this Saturday at 3:00. I think both teams. I think LSU's 8-1 and SMU is 7-1. Should be a good matchup. Obviously, Matt McMahon has the voice playing really well and a lot of momentum moving forward. So
Currently in the first
tune in.
4 out in bracketology.
So we're doing that already before the conference play even starts. Wow.
Nice to be in the conversation.
Yeah, hey, listen, we're in there. We're already on the bubble. We're already on the bubble. We haven't even played a game in conference.
Joe Lenardi, get another hobby. Jesus Christ. And Ken Palm.
He's been waiting all year for this. What do you mean?
You said Lenardi. How about Lombardi following Bill Belichick to Chapel Hill? They're boys. I didn't realize they were that close. I mean, I knew they were but damn, he's going to go be the GM in college for Bill Belichick, which is great.
How do you see that going?
Them two working together, or
No,
them
I
in
think that's going
college?
to be fine. Them in college.
I think that the way college is set up right now, I think, like you said, I think it could either be really good or really bad. I think I'm leaning towards the really good side as far as how are they going to – I mean, it's basically the NFL now. There's just no salary cap. So, I think he's equipped to manage that now and hopefully hire some people that can go out and do all of the recruiting because he's not going to do that. He just needs to set the system up, let someone go out and do it, and then him be like the closer.
Yeah, I think it's going to go really good, too. And, I mean, you got to remember, the college – the slate of college ball and where it is right now, and who knows where it's going to be, 5-10 years from now. But think of how people viewed Deion before the year.
Right.
When all he really did was come in and win 4 or 5 more games than they won the year before, which if people don't know, if you don't realize, I don't care where you are, that is a huge improvement from one year to the next year. So think of what people thought about Deion going into this year and just being on the cusp, by just being relevant in week 11, week 12, or game 11, game 12.
One went away from the championship.
Where that mindset is going for people and what they think about him right now. So I do think you going into the ACC, let's tell the truth about it. That's not a very tough conference to be in the conversation in. If you're in the conversation, I would imagine that's really good compared to where they've been and where they want to be able to go.
Right.
And if you're worried about Bill Belichick's ability to recruit.
Well, that's the joke. That's the easy joke right there.
Yeah.
That's the easy joke.
Oh, it took the low-hanging fruit. It's delicious.
The other joke, which, listen, I was working out, and the trainer could not wait to tell me this joke. Good joke. He said, the rumor on the street is Bill Belichick in his contract requested that he would have the access to the dorm so he could sleep in the dorm with his girlfriend. I was like, oh, that's, you wanted
Where'd you hear that one
you wanted
before?
that one
You
really
came up with
badly.
that yourself?
Yeah, you wanted that one really badly, and I understand it, and I get it. That one is just, it's like the dad joke of the deal, right? Which is okay.
Got to imagine it's him and Michael Lombardi walking into said recruit's home and not him and the girlfriend. That's got to be my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
good for him.
Speaking of the portal and recruiting.
Yes. News?
And ACC.
News?
No. Just Dabo decided to
maybe
dabble.
He's dabbling. He has a visitor. Same visitor we want, though.
And we play.
Defensive end for Purdue. Right?
Week 1, yes.
Yeah, we need him. Here. He's going to come visit here, but he's going to go visit A&M. He's obviously going to visit Clemson.
High motor guy.
Big dude. Big dude.
Big.
6'6", 270.
Mule.
Long, rangy. Feels like he had
hard-nosed.
I think he had five. I think he had 5 sacks this year.
Not like
he
the
had
cakes.
13 tackles for loss.
Yeah.
He that'd be a good one. Look, we need more ends. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be a battle. I think you'll see some of the skill position guys sign before a lot of those guys determine where they want to go. He seems like he's gonna take all of his visits and figure it out from there. Huh? Will Held? Held what? Will Held what?
A bag, hopefully.
Hey, maybe
$1 million.
Part of that $1 million go.
Well, the thing about the $1 million is it's not technically donated yet. You got to match it. He'll match up to $1 million.
Yeah, right. So he's not giving $1 million yet, up to $1 million
until you give it.
Yeah.
Who?
Until you give $1 million.
Said whoever.
Yeah, whoever's donating to Bayou Traditions, $1 million matching.
I seize your $1 million.
And I will raise you $1 million. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna go all in. And so, look, could be $500K. I would like for it to be $1 million. I would imagine it's probably gonna be $1 million.
You're pledging right now on air $500K.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I don't have that kind of money. I wish I had that kind of money to pledge. Hey, I can just give away $500,000. I do not. Not even close. That'd be great if I could.
It's a tax write-off.
One day. Yeah, tax. Yeah, write off all of everything. Every asset I have in my entire life, I'm gonna write.
Hey, I've seen some P&L sheets, and that's apparently how it works. Why couldn't you give it to Taft? And that's what Brian Kelly's doing.
Yeah. I just gotta be able to afford that.
Yeah, but you just write it off.
He can afford it. He's making a lot of money every year. He's already made a lot of money.
Rich people really do know how to manipulate the tax bracket. I don't get it. I'm poor. Yeah, but I just don't pay them.
Well, you're manipulating it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's about
That's literally the definition of manipulation.
You can't manipulate if you ain't playing the game. I'm on the sideline.
I mean, you're technically just not doing it. So that's manipulation, I guess.
I've opted out.
Last
slid the thing over.
Last thing on the Heineken headline: Saints play this weekend. Jake Haener it will be the starting quarterback if Derek Carr cannot go, which I didn't even think there was an option he could go. But he's a grinder. You know, he was hustling hard. He was trying hard to get that first down. He didn't get it, but he broke his hand and smashed his face in the ground. So he had a concussion and a broken hand on one play that he ended up. Good effort though.
He tried to I'm not gonna make. I don't want to make.
He tried to surf on top of the guy to get
crowd
there.
surf,
but he tried to break his fall with his face,
and his hand.
Yeah. Get something.
Well, his hand broke, and then it went away, and then his face was the only thing left, I think. Yeah. And didn't work out for either one.
Well,
the hand or the face.
He was trying to. He compared himself to Taysom Hill without doing it. He's like, I think we got plenty of people in here that can do what Taysom Hill does. He was talking about himself.
Yeah, no. I don't think that's the case.
I don't think that's what Taysom. Well, he would have gotten hurt. That's what Taysom does well.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, that was.
And you got to use Haener before he has to go to the, up Santa.
Huh?
Before he goes where?
In the North Pole.
I'm not.
Tiny little guy.
I didn't know where you're going with that. I got it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But that's the look. That's the state of the Saints right now. Look, you know what they're gonna do
in the hunt.
They're gonna grind, and they're gonna grind for that 15th pick in the draft, and that's what's gonna happen. And you know that's what's gonna happen. I think everybody knows what's gonna happen. They're gonna be respectable at 7-10, 8-9. Like, damn, we had some options early in the season to where we could have won a couple games.
Not bad enough for the bag over the head, but not good enough to hoist the thing.
Right, and then not bad enough to get a top 3 pick or 4 pick.
Just interesting enough to where people will still buy a ticket and go.
Just enough to be there and then be right in the middle of cab hell.
Yeah. Well, this is the draft to not want to be at the forefront with them.
True.
The quarterbacks apparently not being interested in going to the draft. Quinn Ewers apparently offered $4 million to go to a Big 12 school.
Potentially, or Ohio State's in the mix again, which that would be a wild turn of events. Quinn Ewers spurns Texas, goes to Ohio State because NIL baby. He was the NIL guy, first one. Then he leaves to come back to Texas because of NIL, right? Then he goes out and actually plays well at Texas, some injuries. Then they sign Arch Manning, who now they're trying to get rid of Ewers, even though he's good, and bring in Arch because he's there and they think he's better. Now Quinn's like, well, maybe I can have another year in college just to get better. But let's go back to Ohio State, maybe.
Well, because Texas didn't match any offer.
Because Texas is like, hey,
you can do whatever
NFL,
you want.
You're going to the NFL or you can leave.
Yep.
Wild deal. Wild ride for Quinn Ewers. I don't know if he's going to end up back at Ohio State. I don't think that would be the move.
I would imagine so.
You think he goes back?
He got relationships there.
Yeah, but are they good? Like, did he not like it? There wasn't a rumor where he didn't like it, right?
They're desperate for a quarterback after what they did this year. I mean, obviously they made the playoff, but I don't think that they really swapped out a better quarterback for a better quarterback.
I didn't really understand the Will Howard deal. The quarterback they got rid of led the country in passing yards.
Yeah, he did.
So
Syracuse pretty good.
At Syracuse, and Syracuse is pretty good this year. So didn't feel like it was like this crazy upgrade to get Howard.
Felt like it was somebody saying, well, it ain't me. But when you've lost 4 in a row, it might be you.
Right.
meaning the head coach there. I don't know. That's what it feels like.
AD came out and said he's absolutely the coach.
AD is the coach?
No, the AD is Ryan Day is absolutely going to be there.
Sticking with him.
Sticking with him.
If he loses that first game, good
That may
Lord.
change.
Oh, it's a playoff game at home against
but it's
Tennessee?
against Tennessee, too.
That's
a tough one.
If he left, I mean, Michigan isn't. That's just
And
something
that would
he
be a
can't
wild
shake.
situation if you think about it, too, because, like, let's just say they go out and they play the game kind of like they played against Michigan, where it's not like they're not lighting it up offensively. Like, playoff game at home, not lighting it up, first time ever, it'll go from, like, on 10 to, like, the 10s being boos, like, real early in that game. It'd be a crazy situation to think about. That's a hell of a pressure spot for that club.
Yeah.
And if they plant the flag on the Ohio
Oh yeah, there's
they didn't pass that yet. They didn't pass that.
Oh, it's not passed
Yeah,
yet?
they're working on that.
it's on the floor.
Yeah, they're trying to get it there.
Yeah, there's a conversation.
Their only
about it.
timing is really worrying about that thing being there next November. That's all they really care about.
Because it would be interesting if Ohio State player did it, and then you like felony, jail.
We got you.
Since we're on this loosey goosey Friday, we want to get some of those questions so we don't mess it up again, and we don't get time to get to all the questions since we didn't do it on Wednesday because of me. That was my fault. That was me. I got where I needed to go. I appreciate that. And look, I'm gonna honor the questions right now.
Yeah, I thought Fonz was going to give us a one day ban, but he is here.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Fonz.
And I do follow you on Twitter. I don't understand this beef.
Y'all got some beef? Well, he likes beef.
It does.
He's a beef
Loves
guy.
it.
He's a beef guy.
Give his hand for it.
He's a beef guy. So maybe he just,
What's the beef?
what's the beef?
Where's the beef? But he is
That
here.
could be a segment. You want a sponsor?
Oh,
The
possibly
beefy
you.
questions.
What's the beef?
What did you say?
The beefy questions.
Yeah,
We've got the meats. That's Arby's. Can't do that.
can't do that.
What beef?
Loose lips,
Never,
chips.
never, ever in my life have I been to Arby's.
I don't like Arby's either.
Oh, what? Whoa, there will be no Arby's slander here.
Arby's fries are really
I was about
good,
to
though.
say, the cubes?
Curly fries. But that's about it. I'm not a big Arby's guy.
Oh, get you a number
Like a
one
little
with
roast beef.
with the with a little anjou to dip in. No cheese. Don't do the cheddar cheese.
What kind of dip?
Anjou.
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 Say what?
Anjou. A-U.
Excuse me,
Did
Flo.
you sneeze? What?
Is it A-U-S?
That's how the
J-U-S?
French sneeze. Anjou. Let me get to these questions. I put them in here somewhere.
They're at the bottom.
They're at the bottom, under the Ask Mikey and Mitch tab.
Look at that.
Look at that. Always organized, always on time. Ask Mikey and Mitch. First one up.
And look, if you have any more as we go, you can throw them in the chat.
Fire 'em out.
Fire them out there.
And we have these are all from
Wednesday.
the show on Wednesday, and we also have some on Twitter that I will get to. But first one up, Kenneth Balala. Ask him to him. Who do y'all think LSU getting out of the port? Shreveport. No, the portal.
I figured it was the portal. We
Got one.
We got Bauer Sharp, tight end from Oklahoma. I think it's a good addition. Obviously, a needed addition. I'd imagine you're going to get another tight end. I would like the Luke Haas kid to come to be a signee. Is it Kareem Jackson? Is that the cornerback out of Florida? And then Brown, the wide receiver out of Kentucky. I think those two are going to be probably the next ones that commit. But there's a lot of other guys. Nick Anderson's out here on a visit. He's a big wide receiver from Oklahoma. Defensive tackle from Missouri just came out in the portal.
Defensive end.
And defensive tackle. Defensive end, no chance. Defensive tackle, they say good chance.
Oh, okay. The 5-star is, I think, Nebraska.
Yeah, the 5-star is going to Nebraska, but the other defensive tackle was a very much a Peoples and Blake Baker guy. So, that would be an option. Obviously, some offensive line. So, you're saying who do I think we're getting out of the portal? We definitely got one. I think those guys that we mentioned probably get another. Will be the other ones.
You name names. I don't really know all of them's name in the portal right now, but I do think a high priority for them is the defensive line and the defensive secondary. I do think they want guys in those two spots that kind of have some experience, have some production that they can kind of bring in and be able to plug and play and actually be high-end type players on the team already. So I do think those are kind of priority spots for them. I would imagine those are spots you'll see them kind of land some guys in.
Do you think they do anything at quarterback?
I don't think so.
Here's the thing too. Like if you go to quarterback, what are you really buying at that point? Like this will be.
You already have the
Yeah, but I
backup.
say at this point right now, like you need to kind of know what you're gonna have in like the Colin Hurley going forward, right? Obviously, you're still gonna recruit quarterbacks and go after quarterbacks class after class, but you kind of need to know what you're gonna have after him. And if he's gonna be in a spot to kind of go forward, you want him to be able to say, "Hey, you are the backup. You're one play away," as opposed to if we bring in somebody else and now you're no longer that. You may not be able to keep him after the year as well. So that's the kind of situation it is. And I guess the last part about it is, too, anything that's probably in the portal at the quarterback spot that's worth the shit, it's going to cost you a little bit. I don't think they want to be spending the money there in that situation anyway. You go to spend the money after Bryce Underwood, obviously, because he's a generational type player or perceived as a generational type player, and he's a freshman. He can reset that entire class for you, if you will. So, like I said, you're going to recruit quarterbacks year after year, but if you don't have a need for it to be at the top, to be starting and leading your team, it's hard to go after one in the portal right now.
Yeah, and then like, what are you gonna get, right? Like, what quality quarterback are you gonna get out of the portal that's gonna come here that's gonna be worth spending some money on to be the backup when he knows he's gonna be the backup, right? I think any quarterback that looks at LSU right now is like, well, I'm not. The only way I'm starting is if he gets hurt. Like, if I'm in the portal, I want to go start somewhere. So, I think they have their guy that they're comfortable with. At least can get through the offensive playbook and stuff if needed. And then
AJ Swan.
Yep. And then you got Hurley hopefully taking that next step. And then listen, if AJ Swan probably comes in mid-game, and then hopefully Hurley gets to that level where he's like, okay, we're confident enough with you throwing you in there to be like the actual backup.
How?
Because that's a real thing too, right? Like, you don't want to throw in a young guy who doesn't really have a lot of experience in the middle of a game if the starter gets hurt. You want to have somebody else there that can kind of fill that game, and then next week when you have some time to prepare and do all this other stuff, when you put the young guy in at the quarterback position. What are you going to say?
Do you think that, I believe he said that, Brian Kelly said that Garrett Nussmeier is working at on a pitch count?
Yeah, he said about 60% of the plays right now.
Right. Do you think that there's a world where
Hurley gets in the bowl game?
Yes.
No.
What
Not this
if
year.
it's like 42-10? LSU's up.
I think there is. I think there's a strong chance, and it might not even take all the way to 42-10. Like
You have to protect your asset.
the
at some
same reason
point.
why you protected him, but the same reason why you brought AJ Swan here last year is because worst case scenario, you can't have Nussmeier going down and in this conference get eaten alive with someone who does not have any experience at this level, which is what exactly would happen. It's the nature of the beast in this conference. So I do think that if you're able to get him some snaps, to give him some meaningful snaps kind of going into next year, yeah, I think it would make a lot of sense.
So,
which is the same reason why I don't think they're going to go into the portal and look for a quarterback.
So the only reason I say no, right? Like, I would love to see him get an opportunity, but the only reason I would say no is because there's literally nobody on the offensive line right now that would give him an opportunity to be enough, like, as a young guy who really hasn't had any playing time. It wouldn't give him a really good opportunity or put him in an advantageous spot to be able to go out there and have a simplified offense because you're going to have no protection.
Well, if you're up 35-10, you've obviously had somebody play well.
No. I
Yeah.
know, but I just
If you're down 35-10, I don't think you.
no.
I think it's
But
Swan season.
I think Swan will, if that's the case, Swan will come in and then end the game out, and then
God,
figure it
people
out
are
next
gonna
year.
bitch.
I mean, at the end of the day, Hurley's what, 17?
Mm-hmm.
So he's technically a
Still
senior.
right now?
He enrolled at LSU at 16 years
He
old.
was 16 when he enrolled.
And so, I mean, this is his freshman year, right?
Yeah.
So this is true freshman year. So he's going to get red shirt. So he's 17 years old. He's a senior in high school, basically. I think that's the other reason. Like, hey, Ryan Williams, who's supposed to be a senior in high school, different. You can go do that.
She a water park?
Play quarterback at the highest level as a 17-year-old. It's tough to do. Listen, I think he's going to be the guy at some point. I just, he's young. And, it's not
telling me
it
you
wouldn't
don't
be an
wanna-
advantageous first opportunity for him.
I mean, what coach would ever put a true freshman out in their first start at Auburn on the road at night? Well, who would do that? Les Miles, maybe.
Who's that?
Brandon Harris.
Yeah, it's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, your first start on the road at night at Auburn. Good luck, kid. He's calling plays from high school in the huddle. That's not his fault.
No, that was a. We don't need to go back in time. Back then. I mean, we severely mismanaged the quarterback position for a long time while under the leadership of
Rich Rod's fault.
Okay, so let's not get into that. But anyway, that was my. Just want to expound on my reason why I don't think he's going to play. It has nothing to do with the kid. Everything to do with the timing.
Who would put Harold Perkins at running back in a meaningless bowl game?
Yeah, that one. Brian Kelly will do that. I don't get that one.
It was fun.
He scored a touchdown.
It's good.
It was great. It was great. He's definitely going to be playing running back this bowl game. That's for sure.
That's true.
All right.
Could be playing running back next year.
No.
What if that happened?
No.
It's not going to happen. But what if that happened?
No.
Like, damn, you're a really good running back. Maybe that's your position.
The high school tape don't lie.
Ain't going to happen, though.
Runs for 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Okay. Pretty good.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, could have had this for 3 years. Ask him. When eating chips, do you eat them solo or do you have to dip with them? And what's your favorite chip
Well,
and your favorite dip?
that's a
Layered question.
yes, because not all chips
Are dippable.
should be are dippable, right? Is it Tostitos? Is it like in my tortilla chips where I'm dipping in salsa? Is it Frito Lay?
If you eat
where I'm
tortilla
dipping in,
chips dry, you're a fucking psychopath.
right? And so
I don't mind doing that every now and then.
Psycho.
but like
Hey, it's
now,
full of
if
tortilla
I'm having a chip, I'm a big sandwich. Take a bite of sandwich, eat a bite of chip. You know what I mean? Like
You've outgrown to put it on the sandwich.
no, I do
Wow.
both.
You do it like a bite of chip. You don't just eat the whole damn chip. Like you try to
Like a chip.
Okay,
Like a
okay,
chip,
okay.
not a chip.
Who are you?
But
What are you doing?
I put the chips on the sandwich, smash them, right? Take a bite of the sandwich, and then still take
Another chip.
right? And I try to time it to where my last bite of sandwich, I have a chip left. You know what I mean?
I do that too.
That's what I try to do. But
And then you wait 30 minutes before you can swim.
oh yeah, of course. Can't run by the pool either.
Nope.
But jalapenos, like the jalapeno
Kettle cooked.
kettle cooked. Those are my favorite.
Sweet Vicky or whatever.
Yeah. Sweet Vicky
Yeah.
or Miss Vicky.
Miss Vicky.
Miss
Sweet
Vicky.
Sweet Vicky.
Sweet Vicky.
Miss her.
Miss Vicky. Sweet Miss Vicky.
Mr. Coach Klein.
That's crazy work.
Miss Vicky.
God.
Miss Vicky's. I like those. What about you? What's your favorite chip?
Oh man, give me
Sweet Vicky.
no. Give me I'm a big Chester's hot fry guy.
Oh. Wow. From the
yeah.
vending machine.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
100%. Yeah, that's me. And
That's
I
obviously
guess,
not a doable chip.
Hey, and if that's not a dippable chip.
No.
And if you're talking about dips, you could probably put I'm really not a chip and dip guy, but if you put tortilla chips and salsa in front of me, I could probably eat it blindly.
Oh
until
my
it's done.
God.
Yeah.
I don't care where it came from, it just hard to not eat chips and salsa. So like that's the thing, obviously. But
Yeah.
like
You like French
chips
onion
and
dip?
queso, like that's cool. But other than that, I don't really care for dips. I'm not a big dip in
Spinach
salsa.
and artichoke dip.
I'm not a big
Nah,
spinach.
I don't really
You
care
like
about
French
either.
onion dip?
I don't dislike it. I just don't care about it.
No. See, I'm not a big dip guy either.
Like the what's the Ruffles with the French onion dip, right? That's the other quality.
Yeah, like I'm not. I'll dabble.
I'll
with that, but
dabble.
It's not like
But
it's something.
Once you
Chips and salsa is
Oh
like
my-
probably the only
oh.
thing. Yeah, I'll crush
Oh.
that.
once you realize though that
Favorite salsa?
oh man,
I mean, there's only one answer for me.
say it.
It's called Mateo's. Never had Mateo. I'm not a big.
Seen it.
I'm not a big chunky salsa guy.
Me either.
Mateo's is where you need to go.
Smooth?
Fire. Best salsa I've ever had.
Spicy?
You got mild, medium, or spicy.
Oh, they got it all covered.
Yeah.
I forget the one that I like, but I
Mateo's
get
is
it every
mine.
time. I'll go Mateo's next.
Try it.
Modesto has fire salsa.
They get salsa.
But once you realize that a tortilla chip is just a tortilla cut up, and if you
fried?
have like 4 tortilla chips, you've had a whole tortilla. It's like I probably had 20 tortillas then.
Yeah, that's the
And
other
it's like it's just math you just don't want to do.
Don't
Yeah.
matter.
No, it doesn't.
Put the chips in front
Yeah,
of
those
And then
add
you
up
get
quick.
your entree, then you just like, can I
Watch,
get a to-go
watch me
box?
go to work. Yeah,
Yeah.
it don't matter.
Oof. Queso every time?
Not every time, but I'm with the queso. I do
Split
queso
it?
dip.
It's a big contentious.
No.
Yeah, who got the queso?
As
get any queso.
obvious news, breaking but obvious. Devondre Campbell, they're
Release
parting ways.
Yeah.
They are moving on from Devondre Campbell, who is the linebacker for the 49ers who just quit
Oh
in
yeah.
the third quarter.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Shanahan said they're working out semantics of how It's either suspension is an option, as is release. They're trying to figure out, obviously, with the NFL, how do we do this?
Some antics?
Nobody's ever seen it.
Or semantics?
It said semantics.
Yeah, because he did some antics.
Yeah. The semantics for the semantics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
The semantics for the
semantics.
Antics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bar.
Probably. All right, next question.
Fox Garon.
Huh?
That's who asked the question.
Okay.
Ask him and him. How excited are y'all for baseball season?
Very excited, actually.
Very excited.
Closer than you think it is, too.
Right around
Valentine's
the corner.
Day.
Right around the corner. 2 months.
man. It's
2
almost
months
time.
away.
It's almost time.
Very excited.
that
Actually,
goes
had a conversation last night about the team. I was getting questions asked, like, "Hey, how are we going to be?" Very excited about it because it is in the world of the portal. It is. I'm very excited with the portal guys that we got, but I'm also really excited with this freshman class, and that's what I'm most looking forward to, and seeing which one of these guys kind of develop, because it's going to obviously sustain the success for LSU for a long time.
Also, Bayou Traditions Collective can go to baseball if you like.
Yep. You just let them know.
Jay also with the tiger emoji.
Yeah. Late night, always.
Vampiric.
Working.
Yeah. They came out with a name?
I did that.
Moonlights and orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
It's working.
What do you mean you did that?
That's what I called it on Twitter. Got some traction.
You called what?
The tweet. Vampiric.
No, I know, but do you know who the like?
No, I'm just saying it's of a vampire at night, late.
I know what you're saying. I am asking.
Oh, who the player is?
Yes.
No, don't know.
Okay, I
Doesn't
know.
matter.
I
It's
knew where you're going.
Yeah.
Did you think that I thought that was a name?
Yeah, for a second.
No. I knew where you're going. I'm saying, do we know who the player is?
No.
But we don't. Okay.
Doesn't matter. If Jay signed off,
It's a
I'm
guy.
good.
It's a good one. All right.
Hunter Lee.
Hey.
That's Mikey and Mitch. How do we feel about LSU baseball's bats this year?
Jay,
I haven't
wanna
seen
lead
them
us
yet.
off? You want to lead us off?
How do we think what? Is that it again?
The bats, a lineup.
Vampiric.
Like the actual lineup, or how do we think the production will be in the lineup?
We just said, how do you feel about LSU baseball's bats this year? You could be talking about Marucci.
No, I think they'll be fine. I think getting Bear back may have been one of their biggest gets, right? You're gonna give those other guys that are coming into the fold a chance to kind of find themselves, and you already have your one rock, your one solid point in the lineup and being what he is, and I would imagine that he's only going to kind of elevate himself a little bit more this year. So for me, getting him back in the lineup, and you don't have a lineup full of guys trying to be quote-unquote the guy, quote-unquote the power source, and they can kind of just find themselves their way, I think is going to be huge. I expect big things from that. I'm expecting them, and I think they will run a little bit more this year too. And I think that has a lot to do with you got guys that are kind of unproven, and Jay knows that, and he hasn't seen them proven like that. So he will be pushing guys to, hey, run a little bit more. Let me see you kind of get going and kind of see what this team can do. So I think that's going to be pretty good for him. I expect him to do well.
No, I agree. I think Bear Jones obviously coming back is a big deal. You have some, veteran pop in the middle of that lineup who has a chance to go hit 30 to 40 home runs this year. I know it sounds like an outrageous number, but we saw it this past year. There's a lot of guys that almost hit. I think there's multiple guys that almost hit 40 home runs this past year. Jared Jones almost hit 30. So he's kind of every year he's gotten better and better offensively. I think you're going to see the same type of progression this year. You mix that with a couple other veteran bats you got in the portal, along with a lot of the freshmen and sophomores that played freshmen that played last year that are now sophomores, and this new freshman crop that you came in that. From all indications and from everything that I've been hearing about the fall, is these freshmen came in and they were ready the day they stepped on campus, and they impressed a lot during the fall. High contact numbers, high average numbers, really good at bats against the pitching staff that is really good. So
and that's still saying too, like knowing if you got like 3 or 4 or more, if you got 3 that's giving you significant production, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So just, look out for that, because we've heard nothing but great things about the entire class and how well they've played and how advanced they are since they've come in. So I'm very interested to see how that kind of shakes out.
Yeah, I want to see what the outfield competition looks like, because you got a lot of guys that have been there for a little bit. But then you have a couple young guys that came in that have, kind of feel like they're forcing their way into the lineup, right? Curiel has been one of those guys who people talk about all the time, and his ability to go out there and continue to make solid contact consistently and not strike out and be tough at bats. It's going to be fun. A lot of competition. That makes the team good.
I'll ask this question because it's here. Chris McKinney, at McKinney Chris. Mikey, Jared. Who do you think the opening day starter will be at shortstop for the Tigers? Who starts at second?
Wow, that's a good question.
I think it's the kid from Utah State.
Me too.
I do. I think having someone.
I think he's just better.
I think he's a dynamic player. I think Braswell is going to be someone that's going to play a huge part in what they do this year, and whether it's at third, whether it's some at short still, or playing at second, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do it. But I think the kid, from all accounts of what I've heard, is a very dynamic player, and I do think him coming here had a lot to do with him getting the opportunity to play there as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to be the shortstop, Dickinson, and I think Milam will be the second baseman, and then I think you'll have Braswell start the season off at third base.
Would love to see Milam get some run at short, but I get the Dickinson thing. Ask him and him.
I mean, maybe. I think Dickinson
so dynamic.
He's just a bigger body guy.
We'll see. That's what the best part about the early part of baseball.
No, we don't know.
It'll work itself out.
That's it.
Hopefully, it does it earlier than later because
I thought you were giving signs.
Oh,
I thought you were.
I was about to take off.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ask him and him.
You the red light all day.
Oh, I had the green light.
One way line. I mean, one way steal.
Yeah,
one way
that's the
lead.
weekend.
Jesus Christ. One way lead. Make sure you just get a big lead so I know you're going back to first.
Ask him and him. Big secondary. What's your favorite part of a rib roast?
One way. Goofy. Nah. Not you.
Back. What's your favorite part of a rib roast? The first cut with all the seasoning and well done, or the middle cut more raw? A lot of roast beef talk.
I like both, but I think the first cut with the seasoning, I like that.
I like it raw.
Yeah, give me the first cut with the seasoning. I like the taste. Give me the taste. Yep. There you go.
Ask him from Fonz. What teammate in college would have been considered your brother from another mother because of how much time y'all spent together? I think we might be looking at him.
We spent a lot of time together, but I only had 1 year with Jared.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, like Bo, Didier, Austinola, Grant, like my roommates that I was with for 3-4 years.
So he's saying that mine would be Danny McCray from the football side because I lived with football guys the whole time I was here. So we were roommates. That'd probably be mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just had freshman Mikey.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
No, we were just trying to get him out.
Yeah.
Listen, that's what you do as a freshman. You kind of figure out your way. You don't want to come in here jumping up and like, hey, I'm here. You know, you got to earn your keep.
Be seen, not heard.
You got to earn your keep.
We have some in the chat also.
Perfect.
Firing in.
There we go.
Okay.
Take us home.
We got a bunch. They love the Quinn Ewers timeline. Cameron Scholl.
The Quinn Ewers timeline?
That you laid out. Ohio State, Texas, Ohio State. Ask LMM. Hey.
Hey, you're
got
in
in
there.
there.
Look at you.
Are there any high-profile safeties LSU is targeting since Sage is transferring?
There is. I forgot his name, but he's like 6'4", isn't he? The kid that I know you're gonna find him, but he is transfer. He's a 6'4".
Jacksonville State.
Yep.
Oh, from Rich Rod's place.
Yeah, from Rich Rod's place. So he's
Zechariah Poyser.
Yeah, maybe he's gonna go follow Rich Rod.
He might follow Rich Rod
West
there.
Virginia now.
Shit.
Yeah. He might be following there.
But that's a guy that I think they're high on. That they want to go try to get. We'll see what happens. Big safety, athletic safety. So it fits right into what Corey Raymond likes.
And there's still one out there.
Who's that? Oh yeah,
Guy.
Why is he taking so long?
He likes to work in the shadows, dude. He
You haven't heard anything from him.
He doesn't want attention. He's a ball. He just wants ball.
He listens to our show. Can you make a decision so we can talk about you? Get you on here and talk to us?
Yeah. DMs are wide open.
That'd be great.
That'd be Jacoby Matthews.
That would, yeah. If you
come home, stay home.
Look at this guy.
Country.
Cataboo. What is his name? Is that his name?
Scattaboo.
Cataboo. I was like, what?
I missed about one letter.
Yeah, sure.
Catahoula's down
those
the road.
letters, yeah, it makes a difference.
Scattaboo, whatever. Peekaboo.
There we go.
Whatever we want to do.
He plays it in the hole. Can't tackle him.
Next.
Is NIL... Oh, John Crawford. is NIL OnlyFans for college athletes.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I mean, it makes sense. You can pay them directly.
Does not make sense.
Maybe more like Cameo.
Because, no.
It's for your entertainment.
No, it's just an apps. It's a free for all at this point, right? Like that's NIL is kind of how you do.
NIL's pay for play.
Yeah, it's kind of how you interpret it these days. It's really pay for play, but no, don't do that. That might be what the thing is for, though. What
Brian Kelly?
No, what they were doing at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, the QR code?
Yeah, the QR code. That might be close to it.
That would, yeah.
That might be close.
Did you see what else they did? They're
I saw
renegotiating
that.
Gundy's
Yeah, I did
contract.
see that.
So
Has he agreed?
I don't
know. They're in
know.
a standoff. They're in a
He
standstill.
agreed to do something. I don't know if he agreed to come down to whatever number.
that was.
Yeah.
Yep, it's done. Kyle Parker to the Cubs for Isaac Paredes, Hayden Wisniewski, and Cam Smith. There you go, Lloyd.
Sure.
Your team.
Give me Omago
Wait, Kyle
back.
Parker or Kyle Tucker?
Kyle Parker?
What'd I say?
You said Kyle Parker.
Did I?
He's on the Cubs?
Did I say Kyle Parker?
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle Tucker. My bad.
I say he stopped playing a while back.
My bad.
Been a minute since he's been.
Wait,
We have a
for
Kyle
LSU.
Parker, or he's just at LSU playing football,
Or
playing
that's
wide
a different
receiver.
one. Yeah, there's been a couple of them.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Hunter Hall.
Before we go, I guess this means Kyle Tucker getting traded means the Astros are now
Selling.
dismantling their guys, right? To rebuild it.
Probably so. Because they got all. Yeah, I would imagine so.
I think Bregman goes to the Yankees.
Yeah.
I do too. That's what didn't I not say that last year? I was like, I think
You
he's
did.
gonna end up at the Yankees. Okay, next. Sorry.
Ask Eminem.
Yep, there you go.
Ask Lloyd and everybody else. Hunter Hall. Are the people that vote on these season awards for college football dumb? No, wait, Nick Nash isn't the best wide receiver in college football. San Jose State.
That's who won it.
No, that's who didn't win it. Travis Hunter won it.
Travis Hunter won it, but he said Nick Nash should have won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's first in literally like every category.
Everything.
No, he's first in every category, and that's the kid that was a quarterback the year before or something like that, right? I'm pretty sure he was. I'll say this about a kid like that: when you don't play on national airways and you don't have big time opponents, it's hard, even if you put up God's work, for you to be the one to get it, because people don't legitimize, I guess, if you will, what you've done and who you've done it against and what eyes you've done it in front of. So I think that kind of weighs heavily into kind of what goes on, and that's not to his fault. That's just,
Right.
you know, he's on the team. There's nothing much he can do about that part of it. But yeah, the kid had an unbelievable year. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
Ask Eminem. Another from Hunter Hall, my guy. Bring that rum back when you come to town. Oh, I lost the question. Ask Lloyd and everybody else. Have you heard Brian Kelly pronounce Jubins?
No.
How do you pronounce it?
Have you heard it?
No.
I have it here. Hold on. That's what I was doing. That's why I couldn't find it. I have
Is it
the
funny?
audio. Well, of course.
Jubans?
Well, just do your best guess of what you think, how you think it sounded.
Jubbins.
Close. But here is Brian Kelly with his best effort.
I was at Gino's, Jubans, and
Jubans.
Sounds like a slur.
It's all right.
Sure, this is how this is pronounced.
Yeah,
Jubans.
He said
Something.
he said it like he pronounced it right, but it was the way he emphasized, like, I guess it didn't say, he said bands. It was Jubins. Jubans. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds very 1945.
Yeah.
But the rest of the question: what's the most facepalm mispronounced restaurant in Baton Rouge?
Lagniapp's.
Louisiana Lagniappe.
Gotta
probably.
be Louisiana Lagniappe.
I mean,
right?
that's
Because
probably
if you're not from Louisiana, like people
You have
don't
no
know,
clue.
People don't know how to say that. Yeah, I would have.
Stabs probably is on there too.
Yeah.
Right? Some people probably say Stabs or Stabes or
Louisiana Lagniappe.
no.
Yeah,
That's
gotta
definitely
yeah,
gotta be
yeah.
number one.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that. No, I think that's it. Louisiana Lagniappe.
Galatoire's.
Yeah, that's not in Baton Rouge anymore.
Yeah, it's not. It was good here too. Great
Yeah,
burger.
it's shut down.
Good spot. I'm surprised it shut down. Yeah.
The one in New Orleans is elite.
Well, that's
That's the moneymaker.
the OG one.
I saw.
That's the honey hole right there.
A lot of deals have gone down in that Galatoire's in its lifetime.
I saw the GM there break his arm wrestling.
Hey, you told me about that.
One of Elon Musk's
One of the
fella.
Oh, that must have been that one time you put on the suit in the last 3 years. I remember when you told me about that.
No, I had to borrow a jacket. They got a closet full of them. I'm not getting mine dirty.
They got a closet. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great spot.
Louisiana Lanyard is probably the answer there.
Ask LMM. I like this. I'll take it. Have you found out LSU scholarship number for 2026 baseball? Clemson is going to 34 scholarships, so will LSU now go to 34?
I think
Thank
everyone
you.
has to go 34, right?
I don't know if you have to.
Really?
I think you can.
Why would you though?
Why would you not?
Like, yeah. Well, I mean, unless
Unless
You're
you
not
can't
serious
fund
about-
it.
yeah.
Well, unless you
Yeah.
can't fund it, I would imagine like, yeah, I'm trying to get that allows you to be more intriguing to players that are coming in.
Yeah, like you have more people you can have.
More
Like,
people you got-
if you don't have to get down to 34, why would you get down to 34? Like if you can carry 40 on your team, like I thought they made the rule where everybody had to be 34, had a 34-man roster.
Everybody was pretty much above that number anyway before, so
Right.
they were always trying to come down for the last, especially since COVID. Everybody's trying to come down to that number, so I would imagine, yeah, like you're going to keep that if you can.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no,
You're
if
going to
they're
keep
not,
as many as you can.
yeah, if they're not forcing you to get down to 34, then why would you get down to 34 if you don't have to?
Yeah.
But I was under the impression that they are forcing him. Like 34 is the number, but if that's not the case, then I would imagine they're going to keep, especially with the guys they have. I'd imagine they'd probably have about 38 to 40 if they don't have to get rid of them. Are you looking it up?
No.
Okay.
Breaks WSD89. I did not skip your question. You were first. But we were talking baseball, so I wanted to stick to baseball. Now that we have sprinkled some football in, Rock City Research, Rock City HD. What should the expectations for LSU football be next season? Are we expecting to have empathy to allow BK to adjust the transfer portal and NIL? If not, then in year 4, should we have a strong title contending team? Great question.
Great question.
Well written.
Do I think that we should give him some leeway? I think leeway is not the right word. I think it's like I think that we should expect to be competitive, and you should expect to be able to try to make a run for this 12-team playoff. He's had the opportunity the last couple of years to continue to start recruiting and getting into the portal. I think you got to see him go out there and get the right guys in the portal. And yes, I think you need to see him be competitive. That's what like 10-win season next year would be what you would hope. 10-2 would be something that you would look forward to.
Yeah, I think you're bringing back a quarterback for a second year starting. It's pretty obvious now the way this thing is shaken out 1 year into it that the fourth SEC team in it isn't guaranteed anything, right? So with that being the case, I do think you should be expecting to see LSU as a top 3 SEC team, or there should be other conversations going forward from here. So yeah, I would imagine so.
If he doesn't get in the 12-team playoff, I don't think he gets fired. But
No. I just think that he turns up, though. You go 2 years into having 12-team playoffs, and then he turns up. Even if they expanded to 14 the next year. Like, it's just...
that's what I was going to say. I think it's 16 that they're looking at for the next year. If you don't get into the 16-team playoff, we got some problems.
I think you're running that risk with 12. The longer 12 sits here and you're not in that number and you're getting paid $10 million a year, it makes it very tough to
Well, I
keep
think
you.
what he's saying is he thinks that next year is going to be just the last year with 12, and then it's going to go to 16.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, it's even if that doesn't happen, let's say they extend it out, that means I don't think if they extend it out, I don't think it's if he's still not making it, it's just 12. I don't know if we're there.
Yeah.
I think that conversation gets louder and louder every year going on from now that you're not a playoff type of team. I just do.
Got it. 34-man roster.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up. Our guy Kane's Cats Heat 305.
Hey, he's back in there.
He's always here.
Always.
And he's been dying to talk baseball, but we're here for you because he was the one that asked about the scholarship limitations or number, and he said, if you tell me, I'll tell you about what Miami is doing. So we, little embargo, little deal done. He said Miami will be at 21. Georgia Tech is going to be at 17. You have to take into account how much scholarships cost, plus for every men's scholarship you add, you have to add one women's. 85 to 90% of teams next year will be at 17 scholarships. Why, you ask? Because at 17, you can offer everyone on your 34-man roster a 50% scholarship.
Oh, so he's saying?
Well, that wasn't what was asked earlier.
Yeah, he's just clarifying.
Yeah.
I was talking about roster size.
Yeah, we were just talking about roster spots, not how many were on scholarship or whatever.
So with NIL now, every LSU player is on full ride technically, with NIL.
Yeah, or has the ability to be.
They are. I mean, like, they are
because of NIL.
Because of NIL.
Like, we're gonna give you what we can give you in scholarship money.
Yeah.
The rest will be covered in NIL.
Yeah. So as mad as you get about having, these haves and have-nots, LSU baseball probably sits at the top of that mountain when it comes to baseball. It feels like.
What do you mean?
Like you're never gonna have any questions about money or recruiting.
You would hope. Yeah.
Definitely not recruiting.
Yeah. Right. You would assume.
Yeah.
Keep winning though, and keep getting money.
You can bring Bear Jones back. I feel like
Yeah, keep winning. Go out and make another run for Omaha.
Thick wallet.
Yeah. No doubt. All right.
Destroy Carnage. Ask LMM. Yeah. Who was going to be starting
We're in
catcher
there.
for this year? Heard that Priester has been doing good.
Priester, I think,
Ken
hit 7.
Nash.
Who's going to be what?
The starting catcher.
Priester had 7 home runs in the fall.
That's a lot.
His bat obviously plays. I think you're going to see a lot more of the Aaron Beatty, Luis Hernandez combo behind the dish. Then you're going to see Priester. I think you're going to see Priester's bat in the lineup, maybe as a DH spot. That's what I think.
Yeah. So I would imagine his bat may take a little bit, or maybe the bat is what's in front. I'm not exactly sure. But I do think the Aaron Beatty kid is going to make it tough for him to not be in there a lot. It's just how quickly and how much, honestly. But I do expect to see him get a fair shake at actually taking over a majority role, if you will.
You could see Priester probably, DH? If he's hitting it like that?
If he keeps swinging it like that, the bat's going to play. Like,
Yeah,
we
you
always got to find a spot for somebody that can swing it, so the bat's
Yeah.
going to find his way in the lineup. But that's the thing. Is it going to carry over to the spring from what he's doing in the fall?
Ask LMM. Who's at their current job longer, Belichick, Mullen, or Freeze? From our guy Hunter Hall. Belichick could be in and out real quick, and he set up the ultimate coup d'etat with his son.
And Mullen is the
UNLV.
OC, or the head coach at UNLV now. And then you got Freeze. So they're just assuming Freeze can get fired.
Well, he's an Alabama fan, so he doesn't like Auburn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Freeze.
Yeah. That'd be my
I think
pick.
Dan Mullen goes out there, does well for 2 years, and gets a big job. Freeze is at Auburn for a minute.
Yeah. I think that I know that they don't, Hugh Freeze is Hugh Freeze, but he's going to recruit the shit out of it. And be wary. Hugh Freeze coached Salter at Liberty. C.J. Daniels played at Liberty with Salter.
Right.
Watch for the Auburn connection coming through the pipeline.
Yeah.
Right.
No
so
information, just putting the puzzle
It feels
together.
like that quarterback is going to Auburn. C.A. Daniels is going to follow him to Auburn.
And then you have to play, I'd imagine you to play them.
We don't play Auburn.
Oh, yeah, schedule came out. No Auburn.
No Auburn. It's the same SEC schedule as last year.
Right,
just flipped.
Yeah.
Old habits die hard.
Yep.
This may be me or a hot take, however you want to look at it. I'm not quite sold on Dan Mullen as a head coach. Obviously, he's a good coach. He was around other good coaches. He was part of some of the all-time great times that they've had at Florida. I'm not so sold on how good he is as a head coach, and I think Hugh Freeze outlasts him in this situation.
That's right. That's what we're saying. So who's going to be there longest? Hugh Freeze.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could get a bigger job. But I think Auburn could be big if they want
I mean,
it to be.
Auburn is.
They're just so quick to fire.
And there's not much bigger jobs. I mean, yeah, if you want to go to Alabama.
Hugh Freeze was a lot more. He was
It's in the SEC, and you're fine.
They were more competitive than what people think they were this year.
No doubt.
And that has a lot to do with what Hugh Freeze.
couldn't
And
score
that
in
was
the
the
red
best.
zone.
Yeah,
that was
Crazy.
that's what I'm saying.
They scored a lot of
Yeah,
big
like,
play
That was the
points.
best that
competitive would be the
quarterback's
thing.
ever played in his life.
Yeah, and he's not good.
He's not good.
Yeah.
He was awful last year.
Just remember, it was off the field stuff that got Hugh Freeze out of where he
Well,
was.
it was, yeah, I guess off the field and the office, off the field.
It was off the field stuff. Let's be honest.
It's a wild thing he did.
Yep. Next.
Good for you, man. Ask LMM. Can any of the freshman pitchers crack one of the 4 pitching spots Friday through Sunday or midweek?
Whoa. Slow down.
Can any of the 4 freshman pitchers crack one of the 4 pitching spots Friday through Sunday or midweek?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one? I don't know. I think the one that everybody wants to get one is the William Schmidt, and I think he has the ability to do it. It's hard though. We talk about hard. It's hard to come in there as a freshman in the football side. It's hard to be there as a freshman on the baseball side, especially on the mound, because there's a lot of things you kind of have to figure out how to navigate.
He's a very interesting one, and the reason why I say that is because for a long, long time now, like I had a friend of mine who coached him when he was younger, and even at that age, what that person used to say about him was, "This is the best curveball I've ever seen from a kid his age."
Yeah.
So, and the reason why I'm bringing that up is because obviously throughout the years, this fastball grew into something that was crazy as well. Still with him throwing an unbelievable curveball, which you don't usually see in young kids when they come in, is 2 pitches that they can throw for strikes. They usually have one or the other. Now, with one of those pitches being such a dominant breaking ball and the fastball that's played up to 98, 99, it's like, man, if he has fastball command and can throw strikes, it's, do you put that in the rotation on Sunday, or does he find himself at the back end of the bullpen maybe throwing twice a weekend?
Yeah.
Because that could be dominant back there. So
Yeah.
I think he's a very interesting one this year, because if he can throw strikes, if he has command and he's able to stay in the zone, I don't know. I would love to see him on Sunday as well. But if you don't have that kind of shutdown at the end of the bullpen, do you move him to that?
Yeah.
So like he's interesting, man.
They have a lot of arms, a lot of veteran arms they brought in.
Yeah.
So we'll see kind of where he fits in.
Because if you can get someone on Sunday to show up and just give you 5 and give you an opportunity to compete offensively, and then if you can put him in the game in the back end of the game with down 2, up 2, tie ball game, you may be winning in situations with the thought process of we were able to throw him on Friday and able to throw him on Sunday.
If Jay wants him to be a starter and said, hey, we're not going to put you in the bullpen, we're going to let you start.
Yeah.
Maybe that midweek start is his deal, right? And he just kind of gets innings under his belt and understands it. And then as the back end of the season happens, then we'll figure that out.
He falls into the third spot maybe or something.
Like you wanted to see with Anderson last year a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He's interesting, man. Like he really, really is.
Side note, which I think this is good for baseball, Major League Baseball. Sources confirm Phoenix Suns / Mercury owner Matt Ishba, which is a good person, good owner. He owns a mortgage. He's a billionaire,
young,
obviously. Very
40-year-old.
Played basketball.
Michigan State.
And his brother Justin Ishba are interested in purchasing the Minnesota Twins. I think that would be great for baseball.
Oh, they should hire that kid from the movie to run.
So 3 days after they were approved as owners in February 2023, the Suns acquired Kevin Durant. So
they're not afraid to spend.
There's guys that are going to go out there and they're going to just like see what the Mets are doing.
They're going to Steve
I think
Cohen
owners like that want to win and like are going to go
needs
spend
to
to
be
win.
the new wave of it, which is hard.
That'd be a good deal.
Yeah,
in my mind.
Have you seen the guy that's on McAfee all the time? He owns the Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
The rich young guy.
Yep.
Seems awesome.
Yep.
How he got the #1 player in the country to BYU, Ryan Smith, is the owner of the Jazz. He also started a hockey team. He went to BYU. He got his AAU team moved to Utah so he could play there, and now he was at his recruiting visit, and now he's the #1 player in the country in basketball is committed to BYU.
Yep.
That's how you move mountains.
No doubt.
Like this is becoming like that's why I keep saying LSU would like go to Saudi Arabia.
Well, look,
get a
this
big
is an
dime.
owner of a professional sports team. Those guys are now trying to dip their hands into college sports because it's
the same
being
thing.
run the same thing. Yep.
And the money is too big to ignore. I got you, Matthew Conkle. The Conkle. Ask LMM. If you were recruiting a top portal guy, where would you take him to dinner? Jubans?
I like the Genos. Put them in the bar. You know, nice atmosphere in there, good food. That's what I like. That's where I like to go. They're
Where'd you go?
They're experienced in hosting.
Where did I go? Man, I don't remember.
I didn't go anywhere like that.
I don't. Nothing like that.
Where's the buffet place?
Izzos.
The next day?
Jubin's is a good one though. I do like Jubin's.
The Julio brothers. Vibes are immaculate.
Too small.
Too small.
Good.
Unless you sit them outside on a night like tonight.
I want him in the bar. That place is elite.
Yeah. But like, too small. Geno's at least you got more room.
I got to run the aux quad at the Julio brothers one night.
That's an impressive
Great
spot.
time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ah, my brother,
Nice.
Sean Courtney. Sean, don't follow him on Twitter. Awful follow.
What's Sean doing today right now? Like,
I don't know.
He's hanging out.
Big
In the
sports
Windy
guy.
City.
Having
Yeah.
a nice day in the
Probably
Windy City,
cold as
apparently.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
right.
freezing.
Inside
Staying in the
bundled
crib
up.
today.
He didn't know it got that cold. He's like, they shut down like streets.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah,
Shut
because
down
it's
life.
frozen.
'Cause it's cold as shit.
It's like, no wonder everybody up here is fat as fuck. Does Nuss coming back help calm the transfers or bring in some solid offensive weapons?
Yeah.
Yes.
It helps everything.
Yep. I think he's the biggest recruit we could have gotten. Is him coming back. Now it makes the sell a lot easier.
You need more than the neck chant to kind of make guys want to come here and play. And if you don't have the quarterback in play, it's hard to recruit anywhere. So I think,
Yeah.
that was huge for him. Because Hurley could be great, but he's the unknown, and nobody knows that at this point. And he's super young, which is good for him, not necessarily good in terms of you trying to sell the team and say we have a quarterback that's ready to ball.
Excited to see him play at some point.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Can I? Never mind.
Go ahead.
Okay. No, this conversation probably needs to be happening at a different time. Did y'all see the stuff about the Duke lacrosse?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, what a
How
liar.
fucked up is that?
I hate stuff like
Ruined so many lives.
That was how Joe Oliva got
that.
here.
I was
pretty
about to
much.
say ruined my life.
Ruined so many lives of these players, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
fucking lied. Whatever.
that's fucking bullshit.
That's
Anyway,
crazy.
go ahead.
They did sue back. I mean, it didn't help, but they did sue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an ESPN was at an all-time high. Like that was.
There was a special on it.
Yeah, 30 for 30.
That is crazy.
Crazy.
That's a crazy lie to tell. Goodness.
Yeah, and now you're like
18 years later. Is that like statute of limitations? now?
Probably. I mean,
I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead.
statutory lie.
That's terrible. I didn't mean to derail it, but
That's okay. Ask Eminem from the Fonz. What was the shittiest gift you got for Christmas ever?
Phew.
I know mine.
I don't know. I mean, I think I got shitty gifts.
Oh, there's definitely been one that you're like, thank you.
Not off the top of my head. What do you got?
Oh, I got this one. Height of console wars. Xbox 360 just came out before Christmas. Xbox 360 Madden. No Xbox 360.
Wait, what?
Had to work for the Xbox 360.
Stop
Give you the
following-
game, let you know this is what's possible.
You got the Xbox 360
game, but no I can't nothing to play it on.
Damn, did you tell him like, hey, what am I supposed to do with this?
Well, I was waiting for maybe this
game.
is a surprise
Yeah.
at the end that will roll this thing out. Like I open this, we'll get that. It's like no, like what the fuck?
You can just bring it to your friend's house now.
That's exactly what I did. Shout out Tyler Leday
There you go.
because he got the Xbox 360 for Christmas.
But not Madden.
No, well,
So-
I'm sure he did actually.
Yeah.
But regardless, I was going to his house to have a better Christmas. Mine was ruined.
That's
We used
tough.
to call each other every Christmas.
It's
Like,
tough.
did you
we
get
still have
the-
a friend that does that.
Yeah,
His shows you his
gifts.
presents.
I don't know what
Go
that
ahead.
means. Ask Eminem. Which side's at Christmas meal is a have to have no matter what?
Christmas meal? We don't
I
have
have a Christmas meal.
We don't do. It's not like Thanksgiving for us. We we don't have like a specific.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have one either. Because, I mean, my mom will probably do some gumbo if it's cold. But, like, if it's not, then
Right.
it's not. Then we don't
Right.
do it. So we don't have, like, this is a, guaranteed Christmas meal part of it.
Yeah.
Just
We
kind
do
of.
either.
Yeah.
We used to do.
She does cook for it.
Yeah,
it's
but
not.
it could be something. It could
Yeah,
be anything.
There you go. I won't say anything. Like, there's a couple things that get in rotation, but it's not
It's gonna be a special.
for sure. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we used to do like the prime rib. My uncle would make
Ooh,
it.
love that. Love a
little
good prime rib.
little bowl season.
Yeah.
Those are the days.
All right. We got any more?
That
was
is. Oh, Matthew Conkle
Hey.
from. Oh, I've got a couple more. Matthew Conkle, will do you. Ask LMM if you had to pick one series in Alex Box to go to this year. Which one are you picking? I believe Tennessee.
Is
I
Tennessee
think
here?
that's a good one.
Are they here?
Is A&M?
Oh, South Carolina.
Yeah,
Is it
South
at-
Carolina. Last one of the season.
Is that here or is that on the
think it
road?
might
I think
be.
that's on the road.
Yeah, I think it might.
I believe
be
that's at
Tennessee.
South Carolina.
You're right. It is. It is at South Carolina.
But A&M and Tennessee are here, correct?
Yes. You got Missouri
A&M's a
at
great
home.
pick.
You're at Texas, which is I want to go to that one.
Oh,
Mississippi-
hey,
I'd like to go to the Texas. I'd like to go to the South Carolina.
At Oklahoma.
buddy, if you get the Starlink, we can do a show from Austin.
Yep. At Auburn. Alabama at home. Tennessee at home. A&M. Oh no, at A&M.
That's another good one too.
Arkansas at home.
But then give me the Tennessee. Here.
Arkansas series would be good too. Yeah,
Give me
that's
Tennessee
South
here.
Carolina. Yep, me too.
Bring in the defending champs. Let's do that.
Matthew Conkle. I live in Texas, actually. Y'all could come to the house and do a show.
Yeah,
From the house?
From the house.
from the crib. Let's do it.
And that's what part of my take goes to somebody's house every year to watch Hard Knocks.
Do they?
We have one episode a year during Grit Week.
That's awesome.
And they go stay at their house, and their wife is just like, who the fuck are these people?
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right.
Ask LMM.
Oh, okay.
Would you like the Houston Rockets owner to buy the Saints from Mama Gail Benson?
We talked about that earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Would I like him? I mean, if they keep it in New Orleans and they try to win, yeah, I'm all for it.
I don't. I mean, no, dude. I don't. Here's the thing.
I don't mind
think
Gail
right
Benson,
now
just,
They're in such a weird spot, kind of just like the Patriots were. Like they did, and I'm not saying they shouldn't have at all. It brought some of the best years there was or the best years there was in New Orleans football, but they did so much to try to win at the end of Drew's career that it makes it tough to understand that you're almost in the spot right now where you kind of gotta tear it down and start it over.
Yeah.
But they're still geared to try to win right now, which is why you stay stuck in kind of like that middling era. I mean, if you will, right now. So it's a kind of weird thing because you want management to try to win. You don't know if you're going to get management and or front office people to do that if you sell it and bring others in.
Right.
So it's hard. I don't know.
Hard to answer, but if you're saying if he wants to come in and he has a plan, and he wants to spend money to help the team win, can't be mad at someone who's trying to, do the right thing to make a team successful and win championships. So,
now we have to go to Miami also. Canes Cats Heat opened up the door for us.
Love Miami too.
Conkle said he'll open up the grill.
Perfect.
Great.
I'll bring the meat.
Oh.
Hey. What? What do you grill?
Roast beef?
No, you don't grill roast beef.
Balls.
I'm talking about it. You gotta throw something on the grill to cook.
The man meat.
That's not what I was talking about.
Hey,
Meat for men.
That is not what I was talking about.
Devour
talking
power.
Okay. Well,
just say we'll do the shopping next time.
That's all we got. That's all we got for
Instacart,
Ask
baby.
Mikey Mitch. We appreciate the question. Sorry we got to you a couple days late. But we appreciate the participation. No football this weekend. College football this weekend. So no parlay.
We only got one big game.
Yeah, but can't have a 3-game parlay on one game.
Man, that Army-Navy really fell apart right in our lap, didn't it?
Yeah.
Died right in our hands. It could have been
but
epic.
Army won the AAC, didn't they? Didn't they beat Tulane?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're
Whoop
the
that
champs
ass,
of the huh?
Whoop that ass.
Whoop
too.
that ass.
Yeah, made the quarterback
Made the
leave.
quarterback leave.
Go to Duke.
I think he's actually going to Army.
Yeah.
System fits.
We got that. We got NFL.
We're not doing an NFL.
We're not doing
That's
NFL.
it.
No, we can't. We got playoffs next week.
Bracket. Oh, I'm doing. There's a 3-team underdog parlay that.
No doubt. We're
absolutely
gonna nail the parlay for the playoff. No doubt about it.
Perfect bracket gets a car
What y'all got? Ooh,
from Land Rover Peretti.
from Land Rover Peretti. Maybe we can get it. We can get a little.
G-Wagon.
Yeah.
They don't have those.
No, a Defender.
Defender.
A G-Wagon's a Mercedes. Different company.
Nobody wants those.
Um,
You can't trust them.
what are you doing this weekend?
I might go to the Dome.
Dude, high school, the state championships are electric.
Yeah, the only reason I say might.
Is Edna Carr playing tomorrow?
Edna Carr Ash 12.
Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Car and Ash, huh?
That'd be a good one to go watch.
McKee's
lot
gonna love
of
Saw McGee yesterday.
Division I athletes on the field that game.
Yeah.
More from Edna Carr, but you have a big one from Ash.
JT Lindsay.
Yep,
Proud of Alexandria.
that's it.
A-Town be ballin'.
Hey,
My buddy coach there, he's going.
that'll be good. What are you doing this weekend, Jay?
Not too much, man. Chilling this weekend.
I'm chilling
Going
as well.
crazy.
But I
I'm gonna be in
used, I
town.
used to work for the LHSAA, so it really gives me nightmares to actually go back to the Dome
Yeah.
for anything like that. Because it was the first year they changed the playoff schedule to where everybody gets to go to the Dome.
Right.
I was there for probably 36 hours.
Yeah. As a fan, that was good.
Yeah, working there, not so good.
Yeah. Got nothing going on this weekend, which I'm excited about. Going to be around town. Enjoy the relaxation. Maybe play some golf on Sunday. Maybe. I'd play golf in over a month.
The weather's perfect.
Weather be
I like
perfect.
a little
on Sunday.
chilly.
Right now, Sunday, perfect. All right, that's all we got. It's a beautiful Friday. enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather that we got. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back in studio on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you can't what am I talking about? We got the segments.
I was gonna say.
What am I doing?
I don't know.
Why didn't you stop me?
I was gonna let you finish
And then say we got the
And then
segments.
I was
We got the segments.
but
mistake of the day.
that's what I have to look up real quick. I actually needed the time.
See?
I have it. I just have to find out which account it's from. Oh, Dan Dockett.
Yeah, mistake of the day brought to you by Man Meat. Mistake of the day is brought to you by our friends at Doe's Eat Place. Man Meat.
Man Meat.
They got the Man Meat.
Oh, I hope he didn't delete it. Or is he trying to tweet his way out of it?
Tweet so much that it kind of
it just gets buried in the timeline. Oh, Dan Dockett. Oh, he kept it up, you idiot. Dan Dockett's mistake of the day brought to you by Doe's Eat Place. If we do go to Tejas, we could bring a little Doe's to go.
Hey.
Put it on the grill.
On the grill. The meat.
Bring our meat.
Bring the meat.
The meat. Dan Dockett, after Deebo Samuel says, it's not my fault, I just need the ball more, and then he drops a touchdown pass. Dan Dockett's phrasing is very important, as we learned on this show today.
Yes,
Dan Dockett's Deebo Samuel's my ass. Makes it seem a lot of people took this and ran with it.
Yeah, but that seems like that would happen.
Which is not surprising. Let's look at some of these responses, which Twitter never has a problem doing, which is why the internet is fantastic.
Twitter doesn't miss.
No.
It's ruthless. Can't escape it.
Nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
Let's see if these
you gotta. That's not what you want when you come to Twitter.
No, it's not bringing up the responses. That's okay, but
it's probably for the best.
They're fantastic.
I bet. Tough. Got to phrasing matters.
It does. So Dan, I appreciate you for keeping it up. You're a man of your word. Debo, if that's the way you want to go, it's there. Open opportunity.
Don't think that that is the way Debo wants to go.
No.
But anyway,
Debo he needs to stay off for the next couple days.
Curtain call. Brought to you by our friends at Perkins.
Wait, hashtag magic dildo. I don't know what that means.
Who said that?
That was just a response.
Oh.
It was great. Curtain call. Me and you have a very similar one.
Yeah, we're on the same team on this one.
So y'all want me to go first then?
Yeah, you go first.
I'm going to give it to all of the college football award winners last night, but one in particular it's never been done before. One man winning the Biletnikoff and the Defensive Player of the Year award, which is the Bednarik Award, right? I believe. I think so. Travis Hunter.
He won the Bednarik too?
Yeah. Never been done before. One player winning both of them. He won both of them last night. A lot of people assume that he will probably win the Heisman, although over history, when they've given you this many, you usually don't. So we'll see. But huge shout out to all those guys, and obviously him for doing something we've never seen before. I'm very intrigued as to what that is going to be in the league.
Yeah, me too.
Wins the Bednarik, but isn't even a Thorpe finalist.
Wasn't a Thorpe
finalist.
finalist.
Which is wild.
Crazy.
These rewards are dumb.
Crazy.
Wild. Yeah.
The thought process of Travis Hunter being on both sides of the ball in the NFL is awesome until he's not able to do it. And
right.
You're like, damn, I'm losing two premier spots.
I'm losing
right
one.
Right.
So that's where it's like, man, I love the idea. I really do. It'll be interesting to see how they go about it.
And I hope he can do it. I just don't know if he's
I do.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it at the level he's doing it right now.
It's crazy that he this isn't like spot time either. Like the amount of snaps.
Because listen, you're drafting this guy.
insane.
You're also drafting him to
crazy.
keep him you need some longevity in his career.
Did y'all see Jamar Chase talking about this at all? He was like, man, I wouldn't try to run that much. That's too much damn running.
Yeah.
100%. That's a lot of running, dog.
And then
I'm good. You got to be in crazy shape to be able
No
to do
doubt.
shit.
yeah.
Crazy shit.
Cooper Kupp ran 4 miles yesterday.
No catches.
Didn't
0
touch the rock,
catches,
though.
0 yards.
Didn't touch the rock.
I'm not gonna do what I want to do.
All right.
Oh, did you see Jamar? Shout out to Les.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, for not wanting to be a receiver.
That's why I trying to maybe play DB.
He probably would have been good, but
Talking about
not
Dalton.
as good as a wide receiver.
Yeah, I ain't never backpedaled in my life. Curtain call. I'm sure some people have been keeping up with this as well. Mikey, do you want to do this one since it's yours ours?
We do it together. You do it.
All right.
I'll just I'll interject when I need to.
There is an account on Twitter, Big Red Dave, that has been documenting every Wednesday geology class that they have of.
What do you know? What school?
I don't.
We don't know what school. We don't know the
Big
school.
Red Dave, I would imagine Nebraska.
Yep, that sounds right.
But it's the most college class I've ever seen. There's one guy that sits in the front row every Wednesday. He misses the occasional Wednesday, but when he comes to class, he brings the heat. He's worn a different jersey every Wednesday for the last, I would like to say, this entire year that they've gone to class. He's pulled out, and these aren't your run-of-the-mill jerseys. He's got, like, copped additional jerseys that are fire. And so, for him, yesterday, I believe, Fanatics got wind of this and gifted him 100 jerseys for next semester as he's able to continue the streak. And he comes in with the jersey on.
The jersey. Listen, I think what goes unnoticed is Big Red Dave's his analysis of the jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's not just, oh, here's a picture of a jersey. He talks about the year of the jersey, the throwback of the jersey, what kind of jersey it is. Hey, this was a special jersey.
Steve Largent on Wednesday, you bet. That's what he always says.
Yeah,
He's like, oh,
you bet.
Yeah, you bet. But the other cool part of this is Big Red Dave, the guy doesn't even know he does this, so he has no clue what's going on.
Which is crazy. Like, I must not be on Twitter.
I mean, this guy's in his own world, clearly. But he's just not on Twitter, doesn't see himself, which is also a little bit voyeuristic and kind of scary that somebody could take a picture of you every Wednesday and you not know for an entire year.
He said, Giannis, jersey at 9:30 geography? You bet. Sponsored by Tick Pick. He's getting sponsored now for this. It's crazy.
A lot of good jerseys.
I'll respect this man. So, this guy is fried, too. Like, geology, I'm hitting the bong 1,000% before going to learn about the Earth.
We talked about that. You said you hadn't.
The crazy part is, I wonder if he ever saw any of these posts about him, like, online.
He hasn't.
He said he did not.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
And he just shows up and somebody's got all these extra jerseys.
Who the fuck is looking at me?
I get Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah.
Wild.
Look, he color-coded with the sleeves on the old school Seahawks.
That's crazy.
This dude's probably thrilled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. You could tell he was shocked.
I mean, look at him.
Somebody just doubled up his collection.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just like that? Yeah.
What if he's like, I have this one, I have this one, I have this one.
He probably does have
something there. I think you have like a Tony Kukoc jersey.
Hey, he's got some.
He goes
pulls. Deep, no doubt. All right. We appreciate. Now we get back to the end of the show. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you can't like watching us, or you can't watch us, but you like listening to us. Or anywhere you get your pods. We'll be back live Monday in studio from 6 to 8 p.m. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We love y'all. Stay safe. See you on Monday. Peace.
Mangione's a patsy. Don't fall for it. Everybody's lying. UFOs are everywhere. Keep your head up or keep your head down.
See, that's what I missed. You haven't done that in a while. You haven't gave the last little in a long time. Glad you're back.
Final takes.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back.
Okay.
It's always interesting. It's always interesting.
I'll do it more.
Lingering Lloyd.
I like that.
I'll keep it going.